A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Why did the Prophet's companion not join Imam Husain alayhi salam against Yazid? The skeptics reject the notion that the Battle of Karbala was a conflict between truth and falsehood. They dismiss it as a battle between two personalities or princes over rulership. Why did the big names of the time keep away from joining Imam alayhi salam in the battle? Instead, we see mainly the recent converts, slaves, and Imam alayhi salam's family fighting alongside him. Why did the senior companions of the time, like the three Abdullahs, Ibn Abbas, Ibn Umar, and Ibn Zubair, discourage Imam Husain alayhi salam from taking on Yazid? If it was about truth versus falsehood, they should have encouraged Imam Husain alayhi salam, if not join him. When one talks of big names and personalities, there is no bigger name or personality than Imam Husain alayhi salam himself. To demand participation in the Karbala battle from other big names when Imam Husain alayhi salam is in the midst is like the Bani Israel demanding from Prophet Musa alayhi salam of what the earth grows after Allah had bestowed them with heavenly food, manna and s.a.w.a. The Muslim nation is embellished with the chief of youths of paradise, and Muslims are busy looking for companions to prove that Imam Husain alayhi salam was on truth. Let us review some of the virtues of Imam Husain alayhi salam from Ahl Tasannun books to understand why we don't need senior companions when Imam Husain alayhi salam is present among the Muslims. Hassan alayhi salam and Husain alayhi salam are the chiefs of youth of paradise. Husain alayhi salam is from me and I am from Husain alayhi salam. Allah loves the one who loves Husain alayhi salam. Come, let us call our sons and your sons, our women and your women. Surah Al-Imran, ayat number 61. He took Imam Husain alayhi salam as his son. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam called Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Husain, peace be upon them, and said, "O Allah, this is my family." While we are narrating these and other virtues nearly 1400 years after Karbala, the Muslims and companions of the time were even more conscious of Imam Husain alayhi salam's stature in Islam and near Allah and His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then the question why more Muslims and companions did not join Imam Husain alayhi salam in Karbala against Yazid must be addressed to the companions and Muslims missing in the action in Karbala, and not to Imam Husain alayhi salam and his Shias. What do they have to say about Prophet Musa alayhi salam, who didn't even have an army in his battle against falsehood, leave alone senior companions? Refer to Surah Ma'idah, ayat number 24 to 26. Does this make Prophet Musa alayhi salam any less of a prophet, or his battle any less significant because he did not have the support and the backing of a single companion from Bani Israel? We do not consider you but a mortal like ourselves, and we do not see any have followed you but those who are the lowest of us at first thought. And we do not see in you any excellence over us, nay, we deem you liars. Surah Hud, ayat number 27. Does this mean that lack of big names and personalities makes Prophet Nuh alayhi salam ineligible for taking up the cause of truth against falsehood? On many occasions, the biggest names abandoned Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam without a thought in the battle and even outside it. When you ran off precipitately and did not wait for anyone, an apostle was calling you from your rear. Surah Al-Imran, ayat number 153. Certainly Allah helped you in many battlefields and on the day of Hunain, when your great numbers made you vain, but they availed you nothing, and the earth became straight to you, notwithstanding its spaciousness. Then you turned back retreating. Surah Tawbah, ayat number 25. If having companions on one's side is sign of truth, then going by the skeptics' reasoning, Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam can no longer claim to be representing the truth when his companions abandoned him on numerous occasions. At least his small army remained faithful to Imam Husain alayhi salam till the end in his struggle against falsehood, and they rejected the multiple opportunities offered by Imam Husain alayhi salam himself to withdraw from the battle. In fact, Imam Husain alayhi salam's personality and stature in Islam even led some of the veterans from falsehood to abandon their path and come over to Imam Husain alayhi salam's side. Example, Hur ibn Yazid al-Riyahi, Zuhair ibn Kain al-Bajali. He had aged companions like Muslim ibn Awsaja and Habib ibn Mazahir. Imam Husain alayhi salam evoked famous names like Jabir ibn Abdullah Ansari, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, Zayd ibn Arqam and Anas ibn Malik in his sermons to prove his claim and rightfulness. The respected wife of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ummul Mu'mineen, Salama had already expressed her sympathy and anguish for Imam Husain alayhi salam's safety in his stand against Yazid. Yazid's appointment as heir apparent to Muawiyah was vehemently opposed by nearly all Muslims of Medina in 57th Hijri, including Aisha and her brother Abdul Rahman. In this manner, Aisha unwittingly lent her support to Imam Husain alayhi salam, who was to rise against Yazid 4 years later. What big names and companions do the skeptics want to see in support of Imam Husain alayhi salams, which were mentioned till now? What more evidence of Imam Husain alayhi salam's rightfulness does one need after this? Did Yazid have such big names backing him? Leave alone companions of the Prophet ﷺ. Even senior commanders from Umar ibn Sa'd's army who knew of Imam Husain alayhi salam's stature in religion were not ready to fight him. When Umar ibn Sa'd ordered Abbas ibn Rabi al-Riyahi al-Tamimi, a senior commander, to fight Imam Husain alayhi salam when others were proving ineffective, Abbas seemed not ready to advance against Imam Husain alayhi salam. The big names were with Imam Husain alayhi salam but did not want to participate in a losing cause. The companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ were always selective about their battles. They chose the ones that they were likely to end up winning. That is why in the first Battle of Badr, many of the senior companions and future leaders were not keen to engage with the Meccans because they were afraid of losing. That is also why the companions fled from Uhud and Hunain when they saw themselves losing. That is why the senior companions and common Muslims stayed away from Imam Husain alayhi salam's, because they knew this was a battle that would end up very badly for them. And Imam Husain alayhi salam himself emphasized on many occasions that all those who accompany him would be killed, since he did not want his army fleeing like the armies of his grandfather ﷺ had fled in the past. The skeptics like to undermine Imam Husain alayhi salam's challenge to Yazid by pointing out the new Muslim faces in his army. Some of them had only recently converted to Islam. What do these skeptics have to say about the Battle of Badr, where out of 313 Muslim warriors, as many as 216, 69% of the army, were Ansar, those who converted to Islam only recently? Are the skeptics willing to conclude that Islam's first battle, which ended in resounding success for the Muslims, was not a fight between truth and falsehood, since the Muslims were represented mainly by recent converts, as noted even by the Meccans? The objection of the skeptics, therefore, that Imam Husain alayhi salam cannot be considered as representing truth since he lacked support from senior companions and the Muslim majority, is misguided and portrays poor understanding of religion, the Quran and basic Islamic history. Their impudent arguments bring into question the rightfulness of other prophets of Allah who fought for truth without backing of big names.